Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I got an interesting idea. So for a long time, a complaint I've heard from veteran Forza players is that the game is just too easy. There's no real achievement felt from unlocking nice cars like Lambos, Bugattis. They're just easy to buy, it's easy to get money in the game. So I want to see if I start from ground zero, from the beginning of the game, how easy it is to get a Lambo. And to make things interesting, I'm going to time myself and see how fast I can do this. Alright, so we're going to start the timer from the jump. So for a while I've been doing Forza kind of speed, you could call them speed runs. I'm doing a couple different challenges here and there, and I've been using timers and stuff. And one of the things that's popped up as something I'm conflicted about is when you start your timer. So most games start like once you press start. Once you press start, then that's when like they have the timer on. But in Forza Horizon 5, I feel like the way you start the game, one, you start and then you have to select a couple stuff and then the loading screens and all that. I felt like it was a very inconsistent part of the game to start a speed run. So the Forza Safari run that I did, I've done a couple runs of those. You should check those videos out. That video I started from jumping out of the plane. That's where I started the timer. So that's kind of where I've been doing it since ever since I started runs. Anyway, getting into this video, I have to buy a Lambo as fast as possible, essentially. And I'm not 100% sure what the cheapest Lambo is. It might be an Aventador, as I believe that starts at like 200k, but I'm not 100% sure. There has to be like a 100k car, right? Maybe like one of the older ones, but I haven't bought a new car in a while, honestly. A lot of them have just been, like I have basically everything in the auto show. So even though I've been doing these runs, it's like it takes me back and looking at how I started the game. Because as much as people hype up the start of these Horizon games, the way they make it is all very interesting, very fun to watch. It's very exciting, this whole parachute thing. That was a very cool concept, but it really didn't stick with me as much. It really didn't stick with me as much as previous Horizon games. That aside, I'm really curious what would be the cheapest Lambo. And just to make things clear, the rules for this run is that I cannot buy any Lambo from the auto show. I can't get gifted anything. None of those count. We're talking about getting money, earning that money through races, legit means, like any new player would, and then using that money to go into the auto show and buy a car. And we're not going to use any vouchers or any of that stuff. Man, it's been a long time since I've driven through a sandstorm, or even seen one at that. There were times where I saw one lingering like outside of the Horizon Festival area, which was weird because it just like wouldn't move closer. It was really strange, like really obvious that they had programmed it not to move further into the Horizon Festival area. But I haven't seen one in a while, so it's really weird because I feel like I have a video planned on this, but I feel like when the game was being presented to us, one of the advertised features was like these awesome storms or whatever. So it feels kind of weird that just the thunderstorm and the sandstorm, while they are rare in real life, this is a game, come on, so they're not things I've really experienced a lot. It doesn't help that the day-night cycle is still really short. What I will say is I'm really excited for this upcoming what do you call it, a showcase on June 9th, I believe, Xbox showcase. I'm not sure when this video is going to come out, but I'm hopefully after or hopefully before. It's not likely to come before, because the way I edit these videos, record times, edit, and like I take my time. But I do look forward to the showcase. Even if Horizon 6 isn't fueled, there's gonna be a lot of good stuff, I'm sure. 'Cause, I mean, this is the June time. This is the E3 part of the year where we would usually have all the good stuff revealed. Man, it's been a while. Like I was still in middle school when I was like waiting at like, oh man. I like just started high school, and then there were times where I'd like finish the semester and I'd stay, or finish the we'd be on summer break and I'd stay home and like have ice cream or something, and I'd just be like sitting on a couch watching E3 and looking at all the reveals, even though I couldn't even buy half of the games. It's just the hype around the event was real. It's unfortunate that it doesn't really exist anymore. I would have loved to get the opportunity to go there now that I actually have some money, but that's unfortunately not gonna happen. But here we are, finally finished. Man, I always forget that this intro part of the game, while interesting, is pretty long. Like, and even after, you're gonna find that it takes a while to actually get into the free roam or free part of Horizon. Like, they really hold your hand at the start. It's kind of annoying, but it's also understandable because there are a lot of games these days that just assume you know stuff, and then when new players come in, they're just completely thrown off. Kind of like Destiny. Destiny's like that. Like, even as a veteran player, I play that game and still don't know what's going on. But for new players, it is a balancing act, finding out how to start a game for new players and for veteran players of a series.
Let's take the Supra out for a spin. Great. How about a personalized number plate? I'll get the rest of your cars to the garage. Gives me a little more time with them.
Hey chap, talk about making an entrance. I know you've just arrived, but our first showcase is ready to roll. We just need our superstar. Hope you're ready for this. Oh,
Okay, so these are the cars you start. Okay, I really do find it odd that you select a car and it really means nothing because you get them all at the start. But let's see the price of the cars here, or the price of the Lamborghinis. Hopefully they're cheap so we're not stuck playing Forza for so long. Let's see. Oh, these are not cheap. These are not cheap. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so we always start with 40K, so that is not a lot of buying power that we got. But and I know the races do not pay much at all, which is so disappointing. I really felt they really missed the mark with the way you progress through the racing incentive in this game is not there. There's no story incentive to race, and there's no financial incentive to race in this game. The only way to make money, to really make money, is sniping stuff on the auction house, and that's where That's where the money is at. Man, I don't know what's going on with this manual mode. I keep changing it back and forth from automatic to manual, but it's not letting me downshift. That's weird. I don't know what that's about. It's really annoying because every time I do a run from the beginning of the game, I don't have time to... I don't want to waste time changing to manual, to the manual transmission or manual shifting. So I spend all my time with this lack of control, and I continue since I've been doing it for so long. I have the habit of still shifting, right? So it's a really strange experience, and it's just, and going back to automatic just shows you how badly, like, or not how badly, but how terrible it is compared to manual, because there's so little control you have in automatic, and manual just gives you so much more. Manual mode just gives you so much more control over your car, the way it moves, the way it takes turns, the way it slows down, everything, really. Man, it's been a while since I've done these showcases. Even when they ask you to do it in the seasonal stuff, I don't touch it anymore. It's kind of lost it's kind of lost the novelty effect that it had on me in Forza Horizon 3. But I mean, it's not like it's bad, but it's just the way that they, especially in 4, like when I played Forza Horizon 4, that's when I realized, oh, those things slow down for you at the end. And that's when I totally got taken out of it. I was like, oh, they slow down for you at the end. What's the point of pushing yourself to the limit just to try and beat this thing? So it's like this trend to kind of like baby the game and make it for everyone, but to each their own, I guess. But still, it's definitely not the Forza I grew up loving, you know? It's not like Forza Horizon 1. I do plan to go back to Horizon 1 when I get a PC. I've heard there's a lot of modding and stuff going on for that game, and I think there'd be some interesting stuff you can do with that. There's always interesting stuff you can do with that. Once a game gets modding, like once a game gets a serious modding community, the possibilities are endless.
Hey, the cargo doors are opening. You want me to shut this? Oh, that was the plan? Final straight, and this kid is not stopping.
Alright, well, I guess I'll have to do a barn find event. That's annoying.
That was incredible. Thank you from Horizon.
I mean, this event in and of itself was pretty fun, but still. Oh man, I really wish they used, or I wish they put this car in the roster. Like, come on, or this truck rather, sorry. I wish they had put this truck in the roster because it's actually so fun to drive, even though it's bulky and stuff. Driving it in the Donut Media event or Horizon Story and in this event is really fun because it's just so different and so heavy and big. I think Forza really should venture out into different kind of vehicles, trucks, bikes, and stuff like that, because I think they are the ones who could do it really well and really utilize that to freshen up the car roster or the vehicle roster. Because driving this thing is fun. And driving this thing through town, I'm sure there are a lot of younger people who would love, because Horizon is kind of like this free roam game where you get to drive every car you've ever wanted to, and well, they just don't have trucks, and the kids love trucks, you know.
Takes good luck and hard work and
even when it comes to racing, there are a lot of different trucks that, I mean, they have some of them, but they don't have a lot. They don't really represent them very well. There's definitely a lack in truck representation. We need diversity, guys. All right, this should be enough. And here we go, Lamborghini Urus. And there you go. Your first Lambo has been acquired. That took way too long. I mean, I know like it's not even, I haven't really even reached an hour of gameplay, but I feel like it just wasn't fun, in all honesty. I'll be honest, I love this game, but it just didn't feel fun. So I look at this and I saw an AR12 video where he was talking about how many people actually get past the start of the game, and not a lot of people do so. I mean, I guess you gotta consider the fact that Game Pass has allowed a lot of people to just try out the game, and some people are just not interested. And I understand that, but Horizon just isn't the same. It just doesn't have the same grip at the start, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna stop complaining. That's how fast you get a Lambo in Forza Horizon 5. It takes a bit, but it can be done. And if you want anything better, well, you're gonna have to really work for it. So, but especially like as you put in more progression in the game, you get wheel spins and stuff like that, and you really do start to pick up more money as you go. But at the start, it definitely is rough. But you also do get a pretty good selection of cars. Now I do want to figure out this manual thing, because come on, what's going on? Like if someone starts the game and they switch it to manual, what, they're not gonna be able to shift or anything? What's going on? But I can upshift. That's just that I can't downshift, which is really weird. Wait a minute, it might be the, oh come on, it can't be. Is it the button mapping? Oh my goodness, you're kidding me. I'm gonna have to test this out in another video, but it looks like the button mapping is by default unassigned, which is really weird. That's weird. That's very, very weird. Because if you switch to manual, then it just doesn't work. Oh well, that's it for today's video, guys. I'll see you in the next one, and bye for now. Have a good one.